I did carnivore for 4 months and then I fell off the wagon. Let me share my story with you, and I hope by the end of this video you'll be convinced to start your own carnivore journey. Maybe I'll even convince me to jump back on the wagon. In this video, I'm going to share why I started, how the transition went, how much weight I lost, other benefits that I saw. I'm going to share why I fell off the wagon, and I want to share my ideas moving forward. So why I started, I had no energy. My energy was so low. Okay, that was probably my main reason for starting this. It was really difficult to function in my tasks. Also, I just had really stubborn weight gain. I was doing all the things that you're supposed to do to lose weight, and it was just like stuck, really stuck. So much fun. Also, brain fog. Yeah, my clarity of thinking was just really foggy. Really foggy. So I was just desperate. I was like, I have to do something, because my current position is not working. I'm failing. So that's why I got started. So how the transition went, it actually wasn't too bad for me. I had already started lowering my carbs for 9 months. So even though I was eating carbs, my carbs were pretty minimal. You know, maybe an apple and then an ice cream at night. I know that sounds terrible, but you know what I mean? It wasn't like carbs all throughout the day. So it wasn't bad. I would say within 2 days, I don't think I was in ketosis in 2 days, but it was easy. Now, some things that made it easier was my husband was doing it with me, so we were cooking the same meals. With kids, I was just adding potatoes or adding rice or adding fruit to their meal. So it didn't, I didn't have ice cream in the house. I didn't have chips in the house. I didn't have all those things that I had wanted before. So the transition really wasn't that bad. I was excited. I was totally on board. When I get on board with something, I am on board with it. So it was easy to just switch that flip in my mind. Okay, here we go. So the food was delicious. So good. I was eating a lot of dairy, a lot of butter, a lot of bacon. That stuff is delicious. So the transition really wasn't hard. Also, I was drinking a lot of salt. We switched to Element, so now currently we drink Element throughout the day, but before we were on that, I was just taking this real salt in my water. I would do a teaspoon in my water, and then I would do lemon juice just throughout the day, and it was delicious. I do think it helped keep my minerals balanced. The transition wasn't hard. Once I made that mental switch, I was ready to go. Also, Aaron was totally on board with me. He was excited too, and we made some really yummy things in the beginning there. Okay, how much weight did I lose? So in the first month, I made a video, 26 days in. I was very excited. I had lost 12 pounds. So that was amazing. 1 month, I lost 12 pounds. The next 3 months of doing carnivore, I didn't lose any pounds. No pounds, 0 pounds. So yeah, I was doing something wrong. It was really, really frustrating. I don't know. I'm sure there was things that I was doing wrong, but it just baffled me that for 3 months and no carbs, I didn't lose any weight. So I really feel like that was a red flag in my health journey, that I was like, okay, something's maybe off here. Notes. Okay, so other changes that I saw. I would say this was the most exciting thing about carnivore for me. And it was unexpected, right? I went into this thinking okay, I need more energy and I need to lose weight. Well, mental stability wasn't even on my list of reasons that I was doing this, but wow, I didn't realize how maybe mentally unstable I was. I don't mean that in I need to go to an institution way. I just mean throughout the day, there are ups and downs. Things might throw me off track. I might get frustrated about things. And on carnivore, oh my goodness, it was just even. I was so even. Yeah, I had my stepmom come and visit me, and she was just you're just so calm. And it was nice to hear, because when you're in it, you don't realize how different you are. But I really did feel everything was just smooth sailing. Now, my circumstances hadn't changed, right? I still had 4 kids, still doing all the things, but I was just able to handle it so much easier, so much smoother. So yeah, that was probably the hugest perk for me for carnivore. It was just, my life was easier. I had, I don't know, more something to get through the day, to do all the things that I need to do. It was easier. The other thing was I had a lot more energy. Now I would say the first 2 weeks of carnivore, like after I got into that transition, maybe 2 to 4 days in, after I had really transitioned into ketosis, my energy was through the roof. Now it definitely subsided after that, but at this time we were doing a lot of house projects because we were about to put our house on the market in the next few months. So there is no way that I could have functioned at that capacity without being carnivore. I mean, it was like project after project after project, and I was able to just keep going. And normally, like I would be like, I'll do my stuff, I'll work for a couple hours after that, maybe on a project, and then I'm done. Like I can't go on, like my body is finished. But I had so much more energy. Yeah, that was really, really nice. And I need to remember that. I need to remember that. Okay. Also, my thinking was a lot clearer. My thinking was clear. I was a lot more motivated. Life was easier. Oh, and I'm remembering this as I'm saying this. Life was a lot easier. My thinking was clear. I was able to plan better. My motivation was clear. It was, yeah. So a lot of benefits besides weight loss. Okay, why I fell off the wagon. So I did it hard for 4 months, and then I just like, I quit. I straight up was like quitting, and then I just ate all the things. I think there was 2 things that contributed to me just quitting. And again, like I just switched off my mind, and I'm like, switch, done. So one was weight loss. I was really frustrated at not losing any weight in those 3 months, you know, because carnivore is hard. You're doing things differently than culture. You're swimming upstream, and it's hard. And then the second thing that contributed to me quitting is just lack of food variety. And I don't think this is like carnivore diet's fault. I think this was my fault. I got in a rut. I ended up finding things that I really like to eat, and I just ate them every day, which is terrible. It's terrible. And unfortunately that was dairy. I would sprinkle mozzarella like on a hot skillet and make like a taco shell with mozzarella cheese. It was delicious, but I'm not supposed to be eating dairy, so I shouldn't have been eating that. And then I would put like the ground beef on top of that, and then butter on top of that. It was so good, but I think I fell into it a little bit too hard, and I just loved it, and I would eat it every day. And then there just came a day where I'm like, I can't eat another one of these things. I'm gonna throw up. So yeah, I feel like at first it seemed like there was a lot of food options, and then because of my weirdness, I just really narrowed in on what I liked and just ate that. And I think if I would have spread it out and been careful to be like, to eat different kinds of meat and different kinds of seasonings, I think I could have lasted longer. So ideas moving forward, that was actually that was like, I don't know, 6 months ago. We've moved, I've been doing other things, back to the functional medicine doctor. So I'm not against carnivore, and I would actually really like to do it again. But for right now, my goal is just really low carbs / keto. So like keto, and then maybe stepping out once in a while. So I've been doing keto for the past, I don't know, month or so. And vegetables are so good. Vegetables are so good. And I know like in the carnivore community, they're like, well, they're trying to kill you. Well, they taste so delicious. So I've really been enjoying lots more variety in this keto journey, like clean keto journey. But I'm trying to like hold things loosely. I gave up on weight loss. Like for right now, it doesn't seem that that's what my body wants to do. And I just need to be okay with that. I need to realize that my body's dealing with other things. Like we're working on the mold, we're working on the Lyme, we're working on the parasites. So I'm trying to focus on healing that way and not worry about the weight loss, but still eating keto and really low carb because emotional stability. Like I am happier, I'm a better person to be around. I have more energy to take care of my family. So yeah. So I hate that. Like I want to eat all the bread and all the ice cream. right? And all of the fruit all the time. But it's like, it hurts me and it hurts my family because I don't have the energy to take care of them then when my blood sugar is just being crazy. Plus, it's not just the sugar, but I do believe that it is the bread and the gluten and the glyphosate that, like, after I eat it for a while, for like a week of eating bread, I'm like the saddest person I've ever met. And I'm like, my whole life has to change. Everything's falling apart. And it's like, no, I just bought 2 loaves of bread from the grocery store. I probably just shouldn't do that again. So yeah, bread is so delicious, but maybe not for me right now in this season at least. So I'm really trying to hold things loosely. So my thoughts on carnivore are, I really liked doing it. I loved proving to myself that I could do hard things. I loved reminding myself how powerful food is, that it can affect my mental health, it can affect my energy, it can affect my moods. It was really great to just be able to drop weight quickly that first month. That was really great to know, I probably am holding on to a lot of water that I probably don't need. Yeah, so I'm really glad that I did it. I'm glad that I proved to myself that I could do this hard thing. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again, but I know how my mind works, and I would have to switch it on. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to get back in that really desperate place to switch it back on. And I'm not there right now. I'm mostly doing okay. But yeah, keto, I feel like, has really stepped in and helped me with that, like, emotional management level and the energy. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy eating the vegetables. But yes, I would do it again. I think it was a great reset, a great, like, good kick in the pants of, like, hey, you don't need to eat that ice cream, or, no, we should pack food for this lunch, even though we're going to be out. So it was a great experience. I would do it again. I would definitely do it again. You should do it. You should definitely, if you haven't done it, you should definitely do it. You'll prove to yourself that you could do hard things. You'll show yourself how important food is, how much it can change your mindset. It can change your energy. It can like change your energy and your vibration. And yeah, it was really cool to remind myself in such a short period of time. I would say within the first week, I was like, my whole world's different. My whole world is different, because it's just how fast your body, I don't know, like something like ketosis, I guess, kicked into place. And I was like, wow, this world's pretty great. So I would encourage anybody to try it. Obviously, you should talk to a doctor, because that's not me. But yeah, I positive results for carnivore, and I should do it again.